In part 2 of lecture 6, we will see a simple program using an array. Let's look at an example. We want to find the highest grade on a given exam, where there are 10 grades, any one of which could be the highest. We have 10 values that we can read in, and obviously the highest score is going to be our output. The algorithm starts out very simply. Step 1, read in the scores. Step 2, find the highest score. And step 3, print out the result, the highest of these 10 scores. Now the algorithm needs a lot more detail. Let's start by fleshing out step 1. As we flesh out step 1, we know that for each of the 10 scores, we will need to prompt the user and then read in the score. Similarly, we can flesh out step 2. For each score, we will determine if it is higher than what is currently the highest score. If it is higher than what is currently the highest score, it becomes our new highest score. We start, as we usually do, with import java.util.scanner. Then we begin public class first array, and we'll place here a comment saying that the program will find the highest score among a group of 10 scores. Then we begin the main program. Public static void main, string open close bracket args, and on the first line we'll have scanner keyboard equals new scanner system in. Let's declare our array here. Int open and close brackets score equals new int 10. And the other two variables, int I, and then max score equals 0. Max score will need a value in advance because this is going to be tested again and again. Next we read in the array, and the loop begins for I equals 0, I is less than x dot length, I plus plus. Within the loop we have system out println, enter grade number, and after the quote, plus I. Lastly in the loop, scores I equals keyboard.nextInt. Now that we have all of the scores, we're ready to see which one is the highest. We know to start off with that max score equals 0. The expectation is that the grades are all positive, or at the very least 0. So that's a logical initial value. For I equals 0, I is less than x dot length, I plus plus. If xi is greater than max score equals x sub I. And in this way, we will find the highest score. Lastly, we'll print the result. System out println, quote, the highest score is, unquote, plus max score. That we will now have the end of main and the end of the class, and that's the program.